Today, from Salt Lake City, Utah, it's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Salt Lake City Elks taking on the Houston Gunners.
Coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with their opponents. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. "22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And off we go from Salt Lake City. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
On first down, Wall. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They run the counter. Woodard. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Still 15 yards to go, second down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Out of the gun now on third down. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up fourth down now.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And they'll send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Fielded just inside the 30. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down.
Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. It isn't normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that. Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 16 and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Woodard, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. This is Hillman with it. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. They'll look to throw. Here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. This is Young on the carry. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Houston's offense taking over again.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll set up a throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And this one is right through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him. It did and he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume, here. Here's a 2nd and 7. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll run on 1st down. Young. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Here's Young. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Burnett. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will pin them back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
Yeah, I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now Mike Vrabel unsure of that last call. He's going to throw out the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now back to throw. He finds Hillman, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your two-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have one or two for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. The throw over the middle, taken in, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, Young. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the ground, they go with Young. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw and unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. Here we go on 4th down. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more. This time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. He'll look to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Gunners have moved out in front.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Now the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense.
And he coughed it up. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think they should take the ball to bed.
And now, before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So that challenge, a successful one. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. 2nd and 3. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. His kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe.
Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side, complete to Burnett. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's pulled in at the 32. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. 2nd and 2. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a 1st with 3rd down looming. On 3rd down, Wall. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Right back to him on 1st down. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. got his man in stride, complete.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And his kick here is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 remaining on second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 4. Again, he's got that man Landry.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easy.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. On third and short. They'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A third quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Houston set to take over.
They'll run on first down.
It's Young, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Young, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the air. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
On 1st down, Young. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This offense so far on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. Been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Not much there, only a yard. 2nd and 9 now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is brought in at the 21.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. Houston's offense taking over again. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got an open man. It's Burnett. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Back to throw. Throw right side complete to Carter. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Wall. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Now a give right side. Wall. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now left side on the swing pass.
7 yards there on the first down screen play. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Back to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Burnett. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Back to throw. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Salt Lake City, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.